The Kansas City Alias, The Mystery of Room 1046, and Artemus Ogletree. I'm Jay Nichol, and this is the most baffling cold case in American history. The murder of Artemus Ogletree in Kansas City's Room 1046. In January 1935, a young man signed in as Roland T. Owen, with no luggage and an odd request: a discreet interior room. Over 2 days, hotel staff saw extreme secrecy. The room was always dark. The maid saw a note for Dawn. Most chillingly, she was certain someone had locked the door from the outside while the guest was still inside. He was being held captive. On the final day, the phone was repeatedly off the hook. A bellboy using a master key entered to find Owen naked and breathing heavily, a dark stain on the sheets. He assumed the man was drunk and left. Hours later, the man was found kneeling in a pool of blood. He'd been stabbed, his skull was fractured, and he was tightly bound with a clothesline. The last word he gave police was the most frustrating of all: nobody. The crime scene was wiped clean, yet the killer left a few bizarre calling cards: a hairpin, evidence of a woman's fingerprints on the phone, a full bottle of diluted sulfuric acid. Was it a torture tool? For 2 years, he was nameless. Then his mother, Ruby Ogletree, identified him by a childhood scar: 19-year-old Artemus Ogletree. The killer or an accomplice had been sending her typed letters for months, pretending Artemus was alive and traveling. A cruel, calculated deception to cover the crime. The police worked this case for 15 years. They focused on Dawn and the Louise lead. A mysterious caller had paid for the funeral, warning that cheaters get what's coming to them. They even suspected a man named Joseph Ogden, but the evidence was never enough. Artemus Ogletree's murder is a masterpiece of deception. A fake name, a locked room, torture, a final denial, a series of cryptic, taunting clues left by a killer who seemed determined to vanish. The truth of Room 1046 remains one of the world's most enduring cold cases. Do you think you know what happened? Was it a lover, a blackmailer, or a random encounter? Tune in to Part 1 of the Kansas City Alias on Ontario Cold Cases now. Stay tuned for Part 2 tomorrow, where I detail the contents of the actual police files. Every case deserves answers.